Okay. You know, uh, for those of you who don't know what the Art of War series is, it's a 24-piece soft pastel series by Phillip Moore, Army veteran, turned award-winning artist by way of rendering 24 photos that he took while he was abroad and in Mosul, I think Baghdad, and so forth. So what happened was we took the art class, and he was inspired to paint daily, and he turned around and sold calendars to get the framing paid for, and we had a reception, and it turned out that this series went along to travel to many, many venues and inspire art and wellness. And goodness, you could check it out on our website. The whole story at boneboutique.biz on the menu Art of War. However, we also cannot sell the originals. We can't break up the series. So what we've done is, or what we did in the past was, we had a artist printer who is now retired. So we had prints and reproductions and note cards that we would offer. So we went about a year without having that service, and I didn't want to do that online, and I wanted to see what kind of quality I was getting. So I decided to do my own printing, as some of you may or may not know. So this is actually the first time that the entire series has been printed in several years, I would say in 3 years, and in-house here at the Moore Museum Print Studio. We have done so. So I am going to be labeling these and offering them this Saturday at our pop-up in the driveway, as we are a Northport Art Crawl stop. And that is for April 18th from 9 to 12. And you can actually see quite a few of the originals because they are on exhibition here at the Moore Museum of Art and Natural History. And I'll give you more information about that. You can always check our events page. That happens every third Saturday of the month. But I'm going to go ahead and we are adding the original photo to the back, because we did that in the calendar series, in which we raised money to pay for framing and raised a lot of money and funded the Veterans Art Scholarship that is held at the Northport Art Center. They are currently out of Port Charlotte right now, in the midst at Lake Michigan Credit Union, and can use your support. So we're going to add the original photo with the descriptive sticker, and I'm going to do that on film. And I want to ask Phillip Moore to come and talk with us a little bit about this, so I'll bring him on in. So although not the first one from our series, this is Election Day. Someone ordered that, so it was in my queue to print first. But I'm going to add the photo. And the sticker. They were going to stop the elections. They were trying to, The reason it's not the first one. Election Day.
That's right. So after the capture of Saddam Hussein in 2003, for the first time, Iraqis were able to vote for their leader of their country. But insurgents were disrupting that voting process by targeting the poll sites and blowing them up with suicide vests and car bombs.
Now this starts, I think, the first series, the first photo from which calendar was that, Phillip?
The very first one, it was 2022.
Yeah.
2022 were the first 12 images in a calendar that came out.
So this was the first January.
That's right. Sunshine on the gun line.
It's incredible. Tell us about your color blindness.
Well, there's multiple types of color blindness. Mine's not black and gray. It's actually, I got what's called tritanopia, which is ultra sensitive to blue, or not seeing blue at all. So my eyes are actually very sensitive to blue. And then protanopia, I get my oranges and pinks and yellows mixed together. So simultaneously provides for quite a color palette.
Okay. This is a great photo.
Gunner's perspective. Yeah. Gunner's perspective. That was inside the gunner's hatch of a Humvee. And it's as staring down the rifle, the machine gun sights, it kind of shows you that despite all this armor, it kind of restricts what you're able to see. And that's how people were able to get real close to the Humvee sometimes. But there were always multiple plates of armor around the gunner, for sure. Not always, as far as going in the country. We had soft skin Humvees that didn't have any armor around the gunners at the top.
So we've included the excerpts from the calendar also in the photo, so you know what's going on there. And, a way to find more Art of War prints and reproductions. We do have the whole note card series also available. This is personally one of my favorite from the first calendar of this.
Regularly scheduled skies is what we got there.
Yeah.
Regularly scheduled skies. Yeah, so Middle Eastern skies, they prove unique when the clouds primarily make their appearances around sunrise and sunset. Not so much during the rest of the day.
No.
Nope. Sunrise on the City.
This one's special.
So Sunrise on the City, it is a very special one. So the story behind it, it says we were embedded in an elevated observation post, just observing the city, waiting for the sun to rise. We had the best view at that moment. So this picture was over a city that was patrolled, and Sunrise on the City was actually commissioned to be redone for Congressman Greg Stubbe's office in Washington, D.C. And he recognized it and actually requested this painting specifically. And so come to find out that him and I were in the same combat zone in 2007 at the same time. We just didn't know each other then. So right now he actually has this painting recreated in soft pastel, 36 inches wide by 24 inches tall, framed in his office in Washington, D.C.
And you can see the story, newspaper clipping, photo of Phillip and our representative right here at the Moore Museum. Just saying.
So Desolation was one of my favorites. So this particular one right here, this is called Desolation. And I love everything about it. How plain it is, but at the same time it says so much. On the outskirts of northern Mosul, remnants of an old barbed wire remain strewn across the horizon, telling a brief story of a once established perimeter. So we don't necessarily know who put it there or what was the reasoning behind it. I'm sure it was some sort of security purpose, but capturing this sunset behind this perimeter, it was very storytelling to me without a specific story behind it. Yeah, so this next one, Inside Out is what it's called. That was the 12th painting in the first calendar series. And this demonstrates really the technicality of warfare in order to try to keep the civilians safe and just get the bad guys. It says that a well-calculated U.S. artillery strike destroyed this insurgent hideout. And in order to minimize the collateral damage, the fuse on the artillery shell was set for a delayed detonation, blowing the building up from the inside.
This next one is my favorite from the second calendar.
Yeah, it's a lot of people's favorites actually.
How did you manage to
minimal
do
it
that?
is.
Are you gonna? Would you like to give us
The play-by-play, yeah.
a little bit? Because
Yeah,
I mean, that's really cool how you
so
painted
this
that.
is called Sandstorm, and this is literally what it would look like. So I used two pastels, an orange and a lighter orange, and I covered the paper, and then I used a dry paintbrush to draw the outline of the vehicle and remove the pigment off of the page in order to create that illusion of the vehicle.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
So one of the most dangerous things about the sandstorms over there was just a lot of disorientation and limited sight capabilities. But traveling and maneuvering close together helped with seeing each other. However, this really put more soldiers within the same blast radius of a single improvised explosive device. That's why whenever you're on the ground and you're maneuvering, you have to spread out a little bit. But in sandstorms, it was, tying a rope off to each other would almost be beneficial, I think.
Right. Okay, I've got a few more here before we finish. But again, this is the first time we print the series in-house in our Moore Museum print studio. They are clays and available for $25. They used to be, we had to sell just the prints for $40 because we had to purchase them out. But we can offer these for $25. We again want to make art accessible for everybody, so they are available online. Print to order. We do have them on our website, but for those who can't be with us Saturday, but this Saturday, April 18th. We're going to have them all, and we have, I think, a few of the full sets of note cards. If you would like the entire series, we do have it in note card form, which is amazing. This is the balcony view.
Yeah, the balcony view was very special. We were actually able to stay in Saddam Hussein's daughter's palace, one of her palaces, and they had kind of built some plywood cubicles in there in order to make single rooms for particular soldiers. And so for the first month, we had a command post in there, and it was just basically some of the neatest things, seeing the architecture and seeing the history of it all.
Well, I gotta print a sticker for rear view. I don't have one, and so I'll get that going. But this is just crazy. Your way of seeing color is amazing. And then over now, I got the sticker, but I need to print the actual photo. So we are offering an actual 4x6 glossy with that. Philip will sign these again. These are going to have a certificate of authenticity with them, much like it'll look like this. And he will sign that, and we'll put that with the work as well, so you have some type of documentation about the series and the reproduction and where the reproduction came from. So you'll have the provenance of your high and fine art quality. It's not a fine art quality reproduction, it's du clay. We have also original work by Phil. This is all the trails at Delmar. So when we hike back there behind the Oaks Park and stuff. So I'm finishing with that. And we met everything here. And look how cool that one is. There's original watercolors by Phillip Moore, veteran artist. Also be available on Saturday. Come by 9 to noon.